righty, we are here at the Rainbow celebrating the upcoming Cat House Live at Irvine Meadows. Talking to Nuno. How have you been?
I'm good. I'm good. You know, this is it's kind of early to be at the Rainbow.
That's what I said.
But I'm dealing with it. I'm dealing with it.
I noticed some pictures I had never seen before. I'm like, wow, it's a little too early.
Yeah, right. We've seen too much. We've seen too much.
Cool. Now let's talk about, first of all, this Cat House Live at Irvine Meadows. What do you think it's going to be like? It's like taking it back. Ricky's bringing it out for one night and Stream's performing.
You know, I finally feel like we've made it now. I feel like I always thought Ricky Rackman hated us. We were never invited to do anything because we were East Coast. You know, we always felt a little bit out of the box, you know. But, you know, I've been in rooms with Ricky. We've never met. We've never spoken. Headbangers Ball, I thought, wow, he really hates me. But we're going to fight after for the encore. We're going to fight on stage afterwards. A wrestling match. But, no, I'm excited because I think even though we were an East Coast band, we recorded Porn Graffiti out here in L.A., we hung out at the Rainbow. We've gone to the Cat House, you know, and it's very legendary, and it actually is even cooler not being from here and being invited to be a part of it, and it's very cool. Yeah. We finally joined the club.
Well, let's talk about when you guys are here recording and you guys went to the Cat House, a 6-year run every week. What was it like just being there? What are some of your favorite memories from going to the Cat House?
You know, I think what was amazing about that whole period and Sunset and the Cat House is just like, no matter where you were in town, it felt like you were in a small town. Even though you knew you were in LA, but you knew that it was like a community. You knew that it wasn't going to be this uptight. It wasn't Hollywood in what people perceive Hollywood is. You know what I mean? That snobby shit. It was almost like you just belonged. Like you just came in and you were royalty regardless if you were a fan or if you were in a band or whatever it was. You just felt like, man, this is home. And you never knew who you... I mean, I remember walking in, and I remember being at the Cat House, and I don't know, we just walked in after the studio, and I was standing next to Axl and Sebastian one night, and Axl was just, like, excited, showing us lyrics that he had just written. And I was like, this is crazy. You know, and at the time, I didn't think it was crazy at the time. I thought, yeah, of course, he's a musician. He goes, hey, man, what do you guys think of this? But it's later in history, you think back, you go, shit, that's what it was like. He could just stand there and share your stuff with everybody, and it was so cool, you know?
It's like no rivalries, no battle of the band.
There was no bullshit. It was just like, you know what? You were taking at face value for who you were, you know?
The music scene has definitely changed, and for a while time, you know, heavy metal wasn't going that way. Now it's going strong. We got revival tours. Everyone's touring. What do you think about the music scene and just that, you know, we got metal actually back and touring, and tours are selling out in the United States and in Europe?
Look, I mean, you expect stuff to go through phases, you know. At the end of the day, even when you look at the Billboard and you look at the lineup of the bands, it's like Ricky was saying earlier, there's a lot of different types of rock and roll there, you know. Some people call it hair metal, some people call it raunch and roll, some, you know, whatever. Really, it's rock. At the end of the day, it's just rock and roll. And that will never go away because that's to me, what started it all. I mean, from the day, you know, we were talking about this recently, from the day Chuck Berry made that shit rock and heavier, everybody went, uh-oh. You know, that took it to a new level, took it to a different place, and then everybody just, you know, that edge on what everybody at that time was, the Beatles, even that were doing like what was pop music, that changed everything. And even the Beatles got heavier and more rock and more, you know, cooler, and it's been that way ever since. And sometimes when it goes away, so to speak, in the mainstream, it's cool. It goes away. It gets underground. It has to be reinvented. It has to be, you know, newer bands come out and they have to do that version of it, you know, or older bands get better because they can't just punch in the fucking clock. Because, you know, there's a lot of bands that say, oh, you know, we're as good as we were then. No, you're not. You're not. You got to keep it up, and you got to keep your shit together. And somebody was asking about Extreme doing this, and I was like, look, I know a lot of bands say we're as good, if not better than we were then, but that's not always the case, you know. And for us, seeing the band now, I actually feel that way. I feel like we're as passionate as we were. I feel like the band's better live. I feel like we still, our bones feel a little bit more after the show, but we feel like we leave it all out there and we're always all in, and I'm excited about that. You know?
Now, we have fans that are coming in for this show all over the world. What can fans expect from the stream on the 15th?
Like I just told you, you know, I kind of answered that question. It's really, you know, no matter what happens before or after us, we have always gone in on stage with the mindset that, like, it's never been like punching the clock. It was never work for us. It was like, it was always like this is the last show. Always, you know, any video, anything you've seen of the band, if anybody's ever said that we look bored or look like we don't care or look like we, even there were times when we were turbulent with each other, we still vented that on stage, and we still like always, because we wanted the fans to always walk away that, especially people, you know, we just did this cruise that we did recently, we'd never done that before, and the most thing that was said to us most on elevators everywhere we go, like, I had no idea. I'd never seen you guys before. You know, and I can't believe I didn't know that, at least live, whether they liked the music or didn't like the music, that you guys gave us a show like that. And we're proud that way, you know, that we always gave everything we got on stage.
And lastly, got to ask you two things: current plans, touring and recording, and number two, what do you think about that Jimmy Fallon doing the doing the More Than Words?
Tell you what, man, Jimmy, I was like, because they never told us, which was crazy. They kept it a secret. So I'm sitting on the West Coast. I'm here where I live. Gary's like, "Are you watching this?" I'm like, "Watching what?" He goes, "You got to turn on Fallon." I go, "I can't turn on Fallon. It's not on for another 3 hours." And he's like, so he's sending me like clips, iPhone clips and iPhone pictures. I'm like, is that More Than Words? I'm like, holy shit. And then I see Jack Black and they're dressed like us, and I'm like, this is, I'll tell you what though, man, it's so flattering. I mean, it's flattering. I mean, it's an honor to have anybody do that, especially Jimmy Fallon and Jack Black. I mean, and to see, but I thought it was crazy and killer, and my phone was blowing up, and the whole world, it was like going viral after that. We were like, what the hell is happening? But what killed me was when somebody posted something on Instagram where they sunk up both videos, one on top of each other. And what killed me was at the exact spot, wasn't the guitar was ever like, I hit a chord and Jimmy goes. At the same time I did, I'm like, you motherfucker. I almost cried. I was like, he nailed it. He nailed my hair movement. Yeah, Extreme is definitely in the process right now of writing stuff. Hopefully putting something up by the end of the year, if not the beginning of next year. You know?
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, I'm excited. Always good to see you too. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.